Good morning, guys. It's Timothy back with another ramble chat. As you can see, all the leaves are falling away and just an abundance of colour. Yeah, man, it was a pretty interesting day yesterday. I met one of my subscribers, going out to Gabe San, and yeah. As you can see with my last video, I have to apologize because I wasn't expecting the audio to turn out as it did. I tried my best to edit it as best as possible, but unfortunately I couldn't really do anything about it. So apart from that, yeah, it was we had a good time. I was chilling, relaxing. Actually, before I met Gabe, I was on the train and I was sat down, I had my headphones on, and there were like 3 young guys next to me. And I saw this old guy, and he came in through the entrance of the carriage. And then for some reason, I think he was looking for a seat, but he couldn't find one. So he went round the other side of the carriage and he sat down, and I heard something like a loud shouting noise. Across me was a very nice guy, a very big guy with his girlfriend. And what had happened was, I noticed that this guy was not looking too happy. And he looked like he was raging, man. He'd been triggered by something. And what had happened was, I think this old guy shouted something. I think he said like Udasai or something like that, and for no reason at all. And I thought, oh shit, man, someone's gonna pop off in a minute. So I took my headphones off and chatted to the guy, and I said, are you okay? He kind of, I think he felt like I was like trying to attack him. I wasn't. I was actually on his side. And actually it works out that this guy could speak nearly perfect English. And we got chatting about it, about train life and mad fuckers on a train causing shit. And I told him about like sometimes that foreigners get shouted at on the trains, and he's like, yeah, it's kind of shit because a lot of foreigners don't understand the quote-unquote train rule manner system, because there are no signs. Well, actually, to be honest, there are signs around stations now. I think if you guys checked out my JR Funabashi one, I took some video of a poster there. There are signs, but these posters or signs are not really, it's not something a tourist would really like look at and spend time and really digest it, because I don't know, man. And I was explaining to him about like backpacks and playing loud music, all that shit. So like I said, it was kind of weird because as I was talking to this guy, I actually missed my stop. I ended up in a place called Niza, which is like in the middle of like Saitama in the countryside. So I was a little bit late in meeting Gebu-san. So I do apologize, man, for being late. But yeah, it was a pretty mad fucking afternoon that we had. And after that, I went to Omiya to meet some of my old friends in Omiya. It's pretty mad. I took some footage, but some of the footage is a little bit crazy, so I'm deciding whether I should put it up or not. But to give you some insight right now, we have the COVID situation in Japan. Japan tops 1,000 COVID-19 cases for the 6th straight day. So basically in Japan at the moment, there are massive spikes. They're calling it the 3rd wave of coronavirus. And unfortunately, in Hokkaido, their COVID cases have gone up like you wouldn't believe. And this is all because of the Japanese government doing this Go To campaign. Obviously, Hokkaido right now is probably a really nice place to visit. Apart from the food, the landscape is really nice. So it said that Tokyo reported 255 new corona cases the same day, and that 1,440 new cases of coronavirus as of Sunday, and I think 7 people died, and I think 3 of those people were from Hokkaido. The government have been doing some like testing around Japan, but it doesn't look good, put it that way. And I've got some more information here. China, Connor reveals energy surge prices. Japan faces another wave of gear. We've talked about that. Some new news is I think the Emperor of Japan has cancelled his end of year message. You know, like the Queen in England does. I think Christmas Day, is it? Well, in Japan, the new Emperor is going to be cancelling the whole fucking Gambate New Year message. This is an interesting article. This is Japan male babysitters battle stigma and stereotypes. Babysitter Naoya Miyatake says Japan should emulate the UK in ushering in its own version of the disclosure and barring service criminal check. As a babysitter looking forward for work, Miyataka-san was rejected a number of times by parents uncomfortable with him undressing, bathing and changing diapers for their children. Like in many other countries, prejudice against male babysitters and reservations about them dealing in a personal way with children persist in Japan. Added to that, the ingrained men at work, women at home mentality of this society, and the notion that women can be trusted with children more than men has long pervaded the childcare service, making male sitters and nursery teachers something of a rarity. Yeah, actually, I used to work for a company in Japan. I think this is my second job, and it's actually for a company that produce or make children's products like baby bottles and feed and food for kids. I remember when I was working there, we got a memo from the head office saying that the male staff were not allowed to change diapers, which to be honest, I wasn't really, I wouldn't say I was angry, but I was like, well, if that's how you want to play it, that just means that I have to do less work. It's even like at my my kindergarten, Mei-chan, she her homeroom teacher is actually a male, and every time I go and drop my kid off and he's there, I have no issues. Like, he cuddles her. I'm you know, I don't know, it's a little bit strange, that one, but I can understand why parents can think like that. Oh man, look at the crazy shit at the junction. It's all in the news. It's all about this corona thing. I know that, like, there's some there's a Japanese guy that's been he's going up into space. I think it's called the Dragon Project or something like that, which is pretty interesting. I think, yeah. SpaceX rocket carrying 4 astronauts successfully takes off. Yeah, I was watching the live feed today. I didn't actually see it take off, but good luck to those guys that are exploring space. I hope they do their checks and they can return back safely. Just checking through my Facebook as well. It's kind of crazy because it's been about a year now since the Hong Kong riots, and it's kind of funny because a lot of the news media, I haven't really seen anything come out of there recently. And it'll be an anniversary for those guys. I don't know what's actually happening over there. I just hope things are going to be fixed. Japan also has another big problem at the moment. A lot of Vietnamese citizens in Japan, basically a lot of them have lost their jobs and they can't go back to Vietnam. They have no money. A lot of these people have been made homeless, which is pretty shit. So there's like a lot of these charitable organizations in Japan that are having to look after these people during this coronavirus thing. Going into Tokyo Reporter, there's some mad shit. I mean, I don't want to get too much, but I can give you some headlines. This is as of 16 hours ago. The Tokyo Reporter site mentions Chiba police accused man of dumping body of wife. Next report, child skeleton remains found on Shimoda Beach. Niigata, man moved corpse of brother twice before discovery in October. This is an interesting one. American teacher among 6 nabbed for robbing a college student. I did some research about this. Yeah, this American guy was with some Japanese dudes. I don't know if they're friends. Sounds like they are. They robbed somebody, which is very weird. I don't know why you'd want to do that. Some foreigners do some weird shit. Hiroshima, Vietnamese woman accused of burying corpse of newborn. Thailand, man suspected of posing as woman to swindle Japanese men again. I visited Thailand 6 years ago. Kind of interesting because what caught my eye was I saw lots of Asahi Dry like symbols and kegs. So the Thailand bars and stuff cater for Japanese salarymen mainly. And as you know, the Japanese salarymen are not short of money. So they're basically a prime target for, you know, getting quote swindled. Or corpse found in Akita City's Senchu Park. Murder of Nagoya housewife remains unsolved after 21 years later. I'll tell you what I'll do, guys. I'll read off these news reports, and if in the comments let me know what stories you want to hear that I can go in depth about. This one's a pretty interesting one. Low internet skills among elderly keeps illegal adult DVD trade pumping. Yeah, this is a story about this guy who's been selling like porn to old people. Oh, bless you. Yeah, that's a pretty interesting story, man. Yakuza among suspects in abduction of executive in Ginza. That's an interesting story. Because, yeah, people go missing out here. It is real, that shit does happen. Man 30 suspected of raping woman after spiking drink in Shibuya bar. That's nothing new. It happens quite a lot. The weird thing out here in Japan is like in the UK we have like those special what we call bottle protectors, glass protectors. They're like a plastic thing that you put on the end of a bottle. I don't think I've seen them out here, but I think the police should really start handing those out at the station or anywhere like Shinjuku, just so that it can protect not only women but also men, because I've heard some real mad stories about Nigerian owned bars in Roppongi and customers getting their drinks spiked with retinol or something, and then they wake up and they get a bill that's like $1 million. The shit's real. Oh, the little Hoikuen school behind me. Okinawa, US Marine suspected of stealing taxi, driving drunk on the expressway. I've told you on many of my videos, there's always like some crazy shit in Okinawa with US troops and taxi drivers. I just think that the American troops in Okinawa just do not get along with Okinawan taxi drivers. Some taxi drivers have been murdered, by the way. Next one is Nagasaki man, 41, accused of murdering female acquaintance. Next one, cop resigns over illicit filming. I have an interest in women's underwear. That doesn't surprise me. Glad to see like the cops are getting exposed and being caught for these crimes, because nobody should be getting away with that. Hyogo police find stimulant drugs in underwear of woman 2 days after arrest. Yeah, stimulants, barbiturates. I think they're illegal in the UK. I think they're classed as C class, maybe. A lot of these crimes actually recently have been all stimulants. Pair nabbed over embezzlement from seaweed cooperative. Tokyo man suspected of sexually abusing young girls. Man used stolen house key to swipe high school girls' underwear. Can you see how this pattern is re-emerging? Osaka teacher accused of sexually abusing boy 9 while studying in Canada. Tokyo taxi driver accused of molesting drunk woman. Tokyo, foul smell leads to discovery of skeleton remains in Otsuka residence. Oh, this is an interesting one. Saitama, finest catch coin thief at shrine after multi-week stakeout. Right, I'll talk about this before I go. As in Japan we have shrines, and obviously people like throw money in. It could be 100 yen, 10 yen, 50 yen, I don't know how much money people put in, but normally it's like 100 yen, 50 yen or something. And what happened was, these like guys, I don't know if they were cops, they must be, were basically camouflaged up. They had like ghillie suits on and they were like hiding in this shrine, and they had like a camera, and they caught this guy. He stole the money from the shrine box, and basically they swooped onto him. It's actually quite a common crime. I don't know why you'd want to do that. I think he got arrested for like 600 yen. It's like $4 or $5. And yeah, it happens quite a lot. Some people like when these boxes get taken, is that actually some of these like shrine boxes are quite big, and like these professional criminals actually take the whole fucking box. It's pretty mad. I don't know what he's gonna get, but I mean, it's like a place of worship. Stealing money from there is obviously not cool, so I presume the cops are not gonna go lightly with him. But anyway guys, I'm gonna say goodbye, and it's a nice day today in Japan. It's a beautiful foliage. And this is just normal daily life. So I'll speak to you all later, guys.